Anyway, as we're saying here, we've loaded into Whirlwind. This is going to be game number two. Even though it's 2, I remember Red does have the 1 game advantage for coming through the winner's bracket. If you're just joining us, yes, double elimination brackets can be confusing, but it's fine. We're here to guide you through it. Nothing to worry about. And, well, Whirlwind, this should be a bit of a longer game. It should be.
I don't know, Metals. I mean, it's loser's pick.
It is. And Harstem,
I'm a little bit baffled. Why would a Protoss who's going up versus a Zerg pick Whirlwind as his next map when he's down 0-2? I mean, Whirlwind, the third is a little bit more difficult to hold on to. I mean, once you get the wall off, yeah, it's a little bit easier, but you have to establish that location. You have to fortify it, which basically prevents your army from moving about the map too much. Yeah. So unless he plans on taking a ridiculously fast third, which I don't really expect to happen since it's Whirlwind, I don't know, I think he will stick to more of a 2-base play here. Well, and pray that it's not cross-spawn.
And yeah, that's what you've always got to pray. Compositions on Whirlwind do make a big difference, but Bellinor, do the honors, take it away. Introduce these 2 players.
All right, here we go. In the bottom right on Whirlwind, we have a player that once already bested his opponent today. Currently, he's up 2-0 on the scoreboard. It is the Red Zerg, LiquidRet! And opposing him vertically on this map in the bottom left is the blue Protoss. A guy that already lost once. He doesn't intend to lose again. He's hungry for revenge. He wants to take the win. It is FnaticHarstem. Now again, we do have the in-base pylon. So this can mean 2 things. Either it's a variation, that's the word, of the build we saw the game previous, when he opened up the same, but followed that up with an Nexus. Or it can be an in-base forge or an in-base gateway, and proceeding as normal. And it is going to be the Nexus, so he's just going to do either the same build or a very similar one. What do you think? Maybe he's counting on the fact that this map is a little bit bigger. It might work better to his advantage.
It's a safe build going for this. Pylon in the main into a quick Nexus first is absolutely safe because you can chuck down a forge, as we're seeing now in the main base, so if there is any early aggression coming in, you can defend it. But Red, let's be honest here, Red likes macro games. That's what he's going to do. He does it very, very frequently. You could take an educated guess that you're probably not going to get templed by him or something similar.
Probably not. I mean, most people consider macro games to require a lot more focus, but sometimes when I watch Red's style and watch him play, I'm always of the opinion that that all-ins require much more effort from him than playing macro.
It's true. So
it's just his home turf. He feels like a fish in the water, comfortable and at home with that.
He does, and there's it's one of the things which, if you look at big open bracket tournaments, things like the WCS qualifiers, when you're up against people who you know, who are really well known in the scene, you can go and you've seen them play before, you know their styles, you know what they like, you can sit back and research them. If you're someone who's unknown, who there's not much information about, it can be more difficult because you don't know what to expect from them. Ret and Harstem should know what to expect of each other. They've played many times before, they've played today, and as a result, there can be some mind games going on, some metagaming, and that's something that's always really exciting to see. But for the moment, both playing fairly standard. Red does know where his opponent is, so the third base he's most likely going to take is in the north position.
He actually did scout where Harstem is right now, but he didn't scout him fast enough for him not to get that speed. Notice that the speed is already on the way. He let that gas finish. He's not rushing the third base out. And look at the number of speedlings he's producing. Because he saw how the wall is constructed. He saw it is not finished. We still remember the final Team League game, right? Mela versus
Rainman.
And Rainman did the exact same thing.
He went really aggressive. Is Harstem...
More Zerglings coming out, Metals. He's going to go for this. He's
And why
only
not?
staying on 22 drones the whole time. Now he's squeezing in 5 more, but he already has a sizable lane force out.
The big difference is that this wall-off can be completed by the probe. The first
Yeah.
sentry should be out in time. It will be out in time. So as long as Harstem's paying attention, he should be able to hold this off. Quite simply.
Yeah,
But
he should.
all it takes is one bad force field, and things can go wrong. There's a lot of Zerglings out here, 26 in total, and Red is going for it. He's moving up the ramp. Is the force field going to go down in time? We'll wait to see, but... Oh,
Sentry is selected. Come on, Harstem. There we go. Careful about the rally. No, the rally from the gateway. Oh my god, such bad luck by Harstem. He manages to get the last force field down, but he really needs to... Okay, he's walling off with another building and a pylon. This is basically the only thing he can do. The warp gate is not finished yet, and he's chrono boosting out 2 additional sentries, additionally fixing the rally points on them. Whew. Oh, okay, that was a close one. Now, behind this, Red is, as we would expect, droning up, getting in layer. But look at this. He's not taking a third base. He's still staying on 2 bases. It's close
And
position.
he's got full gas.
Yes.
That's
What
the
do you
big
think that means?
I wouldn't be surprised to see... Well, I could see a quick fire, because when we're looking at here, okay,
It's one option.
the reason I think that, okay, it is slightly, it's a bit more unusual, but the wall off is really fortified at the front. Punching through that's not going to be easy. The third is coming down for Red as well, so...
So he probably won't have much units in the main. I get your point. I see your point. He's
and
getting a third
by their
base.
spawn positions, you can very easily get into the main base there.
Oh yeah,
Which
it's
is-
close there.
they're-
That's true.
They're close by air, so that could be something going for, but no, it's going to be...
wait a
an
minute.
infestation pit.
Infestation pit going down. This could actually be Swarm Hose, couldn't they?
There's no evolution chambers yet, so...
No, they're not, but
it
I mean,
could be.
it's either that or he really wants to get into the hive tech really fast.
There's been no benefit for that though, because he's not going up to like ultras or anything like that, letting into ultras.
Well, he's not
got
yet.
the upgrade,
Not yet,
so
anyways.
He would need to decide the upgrade soon. He's going to go Nidus.
Oh my god, an Nidus Worm.
Has he been learning builds from TLO?
I think so. But he's
then-
not going to drop. He's going to Nidus Worm his way in.
And if we take a look, there is an Overlord placed just outside of Harstem's
There is.
base. There's
Swarm Host in production.
It can see
Nidus
the very
Worm
end.
ready. It's coming. There is a pylon, however,
There is.
for Harstem to spot that. But if Red actually places the Nidus Worm like right directly below the pylon,
There's another Overlord as well, just slightly more north. And that
Oh,
one
that's
could
true.
put it in there where there
and there is
isn't any
no
vision.
vision by Harstem. No, he's going to drop it outside of Harstem base.
Okay, so
What does Harstem has to defend?
well,
he
Harstem's
doesn't
trying to take a
have-
third. That could be a bit of
Yeah.
a problem here.
That could. Now, at the same
Oh,
time,
the Stalkers! Oh, the Stalkers get caught out. This is... You don't want to be losing units there, but there, in comes the push. But no, there's the unburrow of the Swarm Host, though. That buys a little bit of time, but in come the Locusts. Their DBS is going to be huge. There comes the Mass Recall. Good
another
move.
Nidus Worm going down. Good moves by Harstem, but ultimately he wasn't able to prevent Red from getting his units over there. Another 3 Stalkers getting picked off. This third probably will end up being cancelled. And those folks, well, they should... I don't know, wouldn't you be afraid in that situation? I would be afraid. I wonder
I would.
why they're not going on.
The trouble is, there's no Colossi out. That's
Exactly.
the first problem.
There's even
there's
no
robotic
Colossus Den, no Robo Bay anywhere.
Yeah, so if you've got no Robo Bay, there's not really much splash coming out. And so if you've got no splash, you've got no effective way to deal with these Locusts. They can just start sieging. We can see the Red, he's just pumping more and more out. He's already got 6, 4 more coming down. Anything about the egg mark's good. This Zealot run by, or it's going to do some
It's a
nice
drop.
damage. Oh no, it was a drop. Yeah, it was.
It's a drop, and one good piece of information, Dark Shrine is up, Red has no idea. And we have a Warp Prism out on the field and 0 detection in the main base.
We've also got some DTs already warped in. They're making their way forward. He should split them. We'll wait to see, but yeah, these DTs should be running in any moment. 3 more warping in. This is a big commitment by Harstem. He knows he's got to end this game relatively quickly.
Well, this is basically one of his only chances of getting back into this game. I mean, because really, what does Red have to defend any kind of counter attack like this? Any kind of counter dropping? Almost nothing. Just the Lings. And the majority of his, like the Lings have to work with the Swarm Host, and he is bringing the Swarm Host back. That's basically his only option. at this point in time, but look at the drone kill count, over 21 in a moment here.
This is a big drop, okay? The DT is still working away, picking out some of these swarm hosts out on the map. It's a really nice way to deal with it. There is an observer there as well, running the vision of the swarm hosts, obviously. Yes, these locusts are in here, but the damage being done by Harstem in this counterattack is brilliant. He's going 30 workers to 10, and these DTs are coming in once more. The natural hatchery fell. This is good.
And Harstem, look at the smile on his face. He's so happy with himself and with that game. Well deserved, man. Well played.
That was really nicely done. That DT warp in, such a smart move. It forced Red back.
Yeah.
If he's got no supporting armor with those swarm hosts, you go, hey, I've got an observer and a DT. Good luck with this. The DT just slash away, kill all the swarm hosts. And that's how you take a game. And so Red, he took a risk there. He did. He went for very early aggression with those speedlings. It's not something the Red's known for doing.
Yeah.
Harstem defended it. Yes, he lost the sentry, but overall, he didn't die. And that's what that push basically has to do to you. He then followed that up with that very quick swarm host play. He delayed his third base quite a long time. Went for that Nidus. It was all very fancy, all very fun.
You know,
but
in the end, I think like it was just smart play on Harstem's part.
It was.
He was not trying to counter the swarm hosts. He was trying to figure out a way, how do I make him stop hurting me?
Yeah.
The easiest way was to, well, let me start attacking his worker line.
And if you do that, then it's all good, because the DTs pushed it back really comfortably and it won the game for him. So going into this next game, Red no longer is undefeated today by Harstem.